Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be previewing Florida Gators at the South Carolina Gamecocks at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. It'll be tomorrow on ESPN at 12 o'clock, as I already said. So to begin, start talking about this game, we're going to be talking about the players and what the weather's going to be like for this game. So let's start off with Florida. Florida coming off a loss at LSU. They lost 42-28. I gotta say, Florida looked really good that game, better than they did over the whole season, because they've been looking pretty overrated this season. But when how they looked against LSU, though they lost, I'd say that if they play like a defense and play like they did against LSU coming here to South Carolina, then I think Florida could end up winning this game. But if Florida plays like how they have been for like the first 5 games or something, then I could say South Carolina has a shot at winning this game. It's pulling off another upset, because last time South Carolina went to Athens, Georgia, and defeated the Georgia Bulldogs, which is pretty unexpected for me, because as you know, I'm a South Carolina fan. It says a matchup predictor, says 60.1 chance for Florida and 39.9 chance for South Carolina. Well, I'd just say, in order for, to see who was a stronger team, I'd say who has the better defense this game, because the Gamecocks outplayed Georgia's offense last game. They stopped DeAndre Swift. They, literally did everything they had to do. Israel Mukuamu got 3 interceptions, including one pick six against he picked off Jake Fromm. Then Rodrigo Blankenship missed the game tying field goal to bring it to another overtime, and that made Gamecocks win 20-7. And yeah, but let's talk about this weather now, and then we'll move on to players. It'll say I live over in South Carolina, but not Columbia, and it says it's supposed to be rainy here. Rainy with 66 degrees. There's a chance of thunderstorms, and it could be like a maybe subtropical storm or some sort of storm, but we'll see what happens during this game, because if this game still stays on, then I'd say South Carolina can win this game, because raining can be an upset game, because last year the Gamecocks played Missouri. They ended up winning 36-35 thanks to Parker White for hitting the game-winning field goal. Drew Lock ended up throwing a pick six to Sherrod Green, I think. And that was a pretty close game. But it's happened mostly because the rain ended up being delayed. I think that is going to be like Justice game today. No, tomorrow at 12 o'clock. I think it's going to be sunny for most of the first half. Then the second half is going to start raining a bit. And I think it's going to get into the exact way it was in the Missouri game last year. Yeah, so we'll see what happens with the weather, because weather can sometimes affect you. Okay, let's talk about these players. Starting off with the quarterbacks, Kyle Trask. He is a good substitute quarterback. He could be even better than Felipe Franks when he got hurt against Kentucky, I believe. Yeah. And Ryan Helinski was injured. He has a sprained knee injury against Georgia and should play this game. And it really worried me when he was hurt, because we already lost Jake Bentley, and Ryan Helinski's been looking really better. And yeah, they both have thrown 3 interceptions, which doesn't matter. Mistakes happen. Ryan Helinski looks more on the comp rate. And Kyle Trask just barely more yards than him. Doesn't matter though. But the rushing, Ryan has been really good at Florida. He's been pretty good. He got the game-winning rushing touchdown against Auburn. I mean, I thought Auburn was going to win that game that week, but ended up Florida winning that game, and that really surprised me. And I thought we were toast, and we could be toast this game. Don't know for sure. Rico Dowdle's been good too. Running backs are pretty decent for South Carolina. Even Tavian Feaster, the transfer from Clemson, because Clemson's already got some better running backs. But the receiving yards for both these teams, I'd say Van Jefferson, because Van Jefferson looked really good against LSU. He was literally their only wide receiver that kept getting receptions, and Kyle Trask was thrown to. Bryan Edwards has been good too. He did get that good touchdown against Georgia, which made them in the lead 7-3. And Brett Edwardson has been pretty good this year, so I can say. So yeah, South Carolina is on a winning streak of 2 so far. Game before Kentucky. Can't remember. Oh, Missouri, I believe it was that game. Yeah. Anyways. So yeah, South Carolina and Florida. This should be. Again, it should matter about who has the better defense this game. So if Florida plays a little bit overrated like they have in this year, or if they play like they did against Miami, because I don't think Florida did that well against Miami. If they play like their defense they have for the first 5 games of the year, then I think South Carolina could have a shot at pulling off another upset. But if South Carolina plays really good defense again, and Ryan Helinski can shine and not play like he did against Missouri at that same time, that's where with good defense and Ryan Helinski shining and the offense shining, that's where I think South Carolina can pull off another upset against Florida. So yeah, and don't forget the weather. If it rains, just like the Missouri game, we could see if that affects anything. Looking back at the past schedules, yeah. Ryan Helinski's first game against Charleston Southern ended up winning 72-10. Ended up losing to Alabama. Didn't do too bad at first. Then losing to Missouri, which was a very embarrassing loss. Then we ended up beating Kentucky, snapping the year's streak. Really wanted to win that game. We ended up doing that and ended up pulling the upset against Georgia. And Florida coming back and ending up beating Kentucky. Poor Kentucky's got no quarterback. And beating Tennessee, that's a simple game. And Towson, 38-0, too easy. And Auburn, pretty surprising. And LSU's too talented. I say LSU is maybe the best team in college football. I think they're better than Alabama. I don't know about Clemson. I really want LSU to end up being in the playoff this year. So yeah, that's my preview for this game. Remember, matters about what the weather could be like. Weather doesn't affect anything majorly. I'm just giving y'all a flashback of the Missouri game last year. Yeah, and see if Helinski can shine and the defense can do like they have been doing for the past 2 games. If that both can happen for South Carolina, that's where I think they can beat Florida. And if Florida plays like they did against LSU, I think Florida will get away with this one. My final prediction, though, for this game, I just got to say, I don't think there's going to be 2 upsets in a row for South Carolina, because that's too much. I still cannot wait to watch this game tomorrow, but we'll see what happens. It was the same time, same coverage, but that does not matter. It doesn't mean we're going to win or anything. It is at home this time, but that still doesn't mean anything. I'm still thinking Florida's going to end up winning this game either 38-28 or 38-21, 38-24. Florida should at least get most of the points. No, maybe not 38. More like 28-14, 21, 28-21. It'll be either a 7-point game, 3-point game, or 10-point game. Around that. Literally around that. So, real question is whose defense can be better in this game, because both these defenses are really good. So, see if they can get revenge from last year. And yeah, go Gamecocks.